guys, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. Today is going to be part 3 of my coloring book collection for the 2021 edition. So I've been putting them in my playlist. So all the ones that were not the 2021 edition were videos from last year, just so you guys know. So I'm just going to get started here so we can start flipping through the books. And I did clear off my desk, so it's just the desktop, so there's no distractions. You can see my pens here, but I think this should help a little bit. So first I'm going to start with Zen Doodle Coloring Baby Forest Animals. And this one's really cute. If you don't care to color in every little bit, you can just color it straight. And I haven't colored in this one yet, I don't think. Yeah, I haven't colored in that one yet, but I do like baby animal coloring books. Next one I have here is Zen Doodle Stained Glass Coloring Book by Deborah Muller. I have colored in this one, that's why there's a little sparkle tab right there. And it was last month that I colored in this one. Let me just find my page. I did that one. It was really fun, actually. These are actually pretty simple color by numbers. And the color key folds out like this. So you can like have your image and use the color key. And go from there. Next one I have here is Zen Doodle Coloring Baby Animals on Parade. This one I got on Book Outlet. This is the one I've colored. I colored it for Danny Button's birthday back in November with Shayna and Shayna Colorland. It was a buddy color. And I've put washi tape and little sequins things and stickles. It was a lot of fun. Narwhals. Super cute book. So that is that one. Next I have Playful Puppies by Jeanette Wummel, and I have colored in this one as well. Another one I got on Book Outlet. I usually get these on Book Outlet. You could sometimes find them at Walmart. And there's the one I colored. So this was a color palette challenge, and the palette was provided, and so I just decided to color this picture with it. And I don't know what kind of markers I use because there's not a massive bleed through. Maybe it was just Crayola Super Tips. It's been such a long time, so I don't remember. But if you like puppies, this definitely has lots of puppies in it. And my last Zen Doodle coloring book that I know of right away in my collection is this one, Baby Animal Safari by Jeanette Wummel. So all of the books, except for the color by number, have been by Jeanette Wummel. The color by number was by Deborah Muller. So this is Baby Animal Safari. Let me just find the ones that I've done. So I did this one, and I think it's a blue macaw or something. I tried to mimic the bird off of that show Rio, the bird that she calls Blue, because I was watching it. And then let's see what else I've done in here. Oh, I started this one all in glitter gel pen. Can you see how sparkly that is? Started that leaf, and this was testing out Crayola twistable pencils. And then I've colored this one with the hippos. That's from the front cover. And I kind of did a blend out into the yellow. And I think what I did is I had colored the yellow down first with a marker, I believe. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. But I know the green is gelato that I've rubbed out into the yellow. So, yeah. Maybe it was a Crayola Super Tip, this yellow. And then there was a lot of streaks, so I probably just blended it out. And these guys are gel pens and marker. Next book I have here is Cinnabon Dreams coloring book by Squishable. This one's actually a new one to my collection. I was generously gifted this one. I really need to color something in this to show my appreciation. And this is kind of like a double page spread, and some of them are not like that. You could probably do with markers. So that is that one. Next I have this one, which is called 404 Not Found, and the coloring book by Oatmeal. And this one's like a story. It's about a little robot, and he's lost, and they're trying to think where he could have went. Like, perhaps he went golfing with a pregnant dolphin, or perhaps he went searching for Atlantis and was attacked by a shrimp we called Mantis. It just looks really fun. It's fun. The story itself is fun, and then coloring it would just make it even funner. So, yeah. Next here I have Christopher Hart's Girl Power, and this is a pretty durable, thick book. Christopher Hart's coloring books always have really thick paper. So this is anime style. Very busy backgrounds, but you don't have to color in the background. You could just do a solid wash over it or solid color, so it wasn't distracting if you didn't want to. Lots of fun. I haven't colored in that one yet either. This is my coloring book for girls fashion. This one I've kind of taken upon a challenge to do pages, try to do pages every month to try to complete this book. So it just has a whole bunch of different girls, and then I'll show you the ones that I've done. So I did that one last month. There was one in this. Did the bike girl with the pouch. This one I was trying to mimic Cinderella, so this is Disney bounding is what Danny Buttons calls it. And this one's supposed to mimic Snow White. There's that. And I put the date on this when I started, so that when I finish the book, I know how long it took me to do 300 pages. Next book I have here is Fanciful Dogs and Secret Places, a dog lover's coloring book. I know they make a cat one, but I don't have the cat one. I just have the dog one. This is very thick paper, and I haven't colored in this one. Double-sided, very Zen tangly. So looking at this seems very busy for my brain, but when I see these colored, they don't look so bad. Like, oh, it's not that busy. I think just the line art scares you a little bit. But I think the trick is just to start on one element and work your way out, if you know what I mean. Next I have American Road Trip, and I know I have a flip through on my channel of this one. This is by Michelle and Brian Vaught. I was bummed that my state isn't in here, but that's okay. Mine's not really on the coast, so I think this mainly goes in cities that are kind of by the coastline. Let me see. It gives you a kind of a map of where the cities, they do all the cities. And I live in Utah, and they don't have it in here, so yeah, that's American Road Trip. Next one is Nickelodeon The Splat, the 90s coloring book. I have colored in this one. Let's find my page. So this is 90s cartoons. And I did Tommy and Chucky. And I use alcohol markers. I think they're Cali Arts. See, you can see the bleed through on that, but it still looks pretty cool. So you can go ahead and use your alcohol markers in this book. And the paper is really thick. So, yeah. Going into some foreign coloring books. This is Fantasy Season. You can get this on Amazon Japan or on Etsy. And this one's really fun. It's double page and it has thicker paper. And basically, they have pictures throughout the season. And right down here, it says what month. So that says August. I don't know if you can tell. That says June. So the pictures, if you want to color by month, you can. I started this one actually back in May. I never finished it. It was like, after I did all the grass, it was a tedious task. And then I kind of abandoned it, but it is cute. Maybe I'll have to come back to it in May. So that's Fantasy Season. Here is another one. I can't remember the title of this book. Let me just see if I can find it. I think it's like a color me home or something. If I remember, I'll put it in the little, like I'll type it on screen what this book is called. And this one I got from Amazon Japan. Double-sided. Actually, I like this one. There's also a town one. And the reason why I like this one is it has a dollhouse. Folds out, and you can color it, and then it has all the furniture too. And you can remove those and place it wherever you want. This is one people probably have never seen. This is called Alice Down the Rabbit Hole coloring book. There's been a few times where I've thought maybe I should give this to someone else or donate it or something, but I keep on pulling it out of that pile just because it's such a unique book. I just can't seem to want to get rid of it. So basically it opens like this, and this is Alice, and she just keeps going down on the pages. And obviously it's double-sided, so my blinds are giving that really bad glare. Apologize about that, guys. Let's see if I can block it. So this is like she's gone down into the jungle. She keeps going down, and that's like in the desert. So it just keeps going down and down and down until she hits the bottom. So there's her. She hit the bottom. But there's that one. I just like wobble my lamp. This is Fairy Tales by Emily Langdon Hall Oberg, and I have finally colored in this one. My copy is dirty. I guess that's what happens when you're a messy colorist. And I did this one. So I did this one as a color and chat, and this was for Buddy Colorathon. And I also did it with the color palette Danny did on her first video. And I used Arteza color pencils, a little bit of Memento inks inside the snow globe. And this is Jelly Roll Glaze, this yellow. And I think a fine liner. That is that one. I think it's cute. Very vibrant. I think it's kind of fun to do vibrant pictures. I like color. Next one I have here is Disney Thomas Kinkade Disney Princess Coloring Book. So this is the new release. Haven't had a chance to color in this one. Just got it in December. So these books have his image on the one side, and then he gives you the coloring book image on the opposite side, so you can try to match color palettes. Keep in mind, don't be too hard on yourself when coloring these kind of things, because this is an oil painting, and so it is going to look different. When you try to make it look like this, it's just not going to work unless you're using like paint and paint pens, and because you're going to cover up your lines if you want it to look like his. Nobody can duplicate someone else's work. So this is a girls coloring book, and this is from Amazon Japan. Have colored in this one, so I wanted to test out the paper, and I think there's 3 volumes in here. I just like this one because it's ballet. Line work is very, very faint, like it's like a light gray. And I did this one. So I don't know if I really like how this turned out, honestly. I mean, it is what it is. It's mostly gel pen and pencils. And then the background is the Pebbles chalk. And then I put washi tape on the bottom. But it didn't bleed through on the opposite side. So that is that one. Next one I have here is Disney Cadilla coloring book. This one I got on Amazon Japan as well. And if you ever wonder how Amazon Japan is, it actually is really good. I haven't ever had problems with them. Amazon UK takes longer than Amazon Japan to get to my house for some reason. I started on this Halloween one on this Halloween, and I never finished it. And I just did like base of alcohol markers and added gel pen. So yeah, need to color more in this one. It's really cute. It's like block style. Reminds me of those little children's building blocks. Next one here, I have Mochi Panda. And this one also I got on Amazon Japan, but you can get this on Etsy as well. Cute little panda guys. Definitely use pencils and gel pens in here because it's double-sided. You could use like Crayola Super Tips. The paper is pretty thick. And there's some pictures and stuff in the front, and like a little how to color type of videos, or pages, I apologize. And then my last one in this stack, nope, not my last one, but another one from Amazon Japan. It's called Colors Make You Happy. And when I saw the cover, I had never seen a flip of this, but I thought, looks kind of fairy tale-ish, and so I just bought it on a whim, and it is. So that's Red Riding Hood, and I really like the girls in this book. It's super adorable, I think. Grown up adorable. There's Cinderella shoe. I love Cinderella. Sleeping Beauty's my favorite though. Hands down. So next one I have here is The Search of the Light Bulb Burglar. This one I was like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If I like it, I do like steampunk. So when it went on Book Outlet for really cheap, I decided to grab it. And the paper quality is awesome. It's single-sided. And I haven't colored in it yet. But it's kind of like a story through pictures. And this is one of the many few books that have men in it. And this book would be very fitting for a colorist that is male in your life. So there is that one. Okay, so going on to this one, which you guys probably have all seen. So this one you can get at Dollar Tree. And this is my second copy. I actually colored my first copy already, and the little staples fell out and it was just kind of all over the place. So I ended up just putting my finished pages in my portfolio. But this is a really easy, simple color by number. Just kind of has squares and circles and triangles. Yeah. And the color palettes are really easy to follow, and this is pretty easy to color. So if you're going on vacation, you could just grab one of these and maybe a set of pencils, like your Crayola Twistables, and you could probably finish this book pretty quickly. Another magazine type style book that you can get on the shelf at your supermarket is Magnificent Creatures, Kaleidoscope Coloring. So I had never tried getting a magazine book off of the grocery store shelf, so I grabbed a few. This is one I grabbed because I thought the tiger looked cool. And I haven't colored in it yet. And it looks like you can add more color to your world. Explore the entire collection on newstands.com. So maybe you can order them. I also picked up this one on my supermarket stand. This is a Splash of Color by Creative Expression. I really like this koala on the front. That is why it drew me in. This paper is thicker than the Magnificent Creatures. So I actually like this one better. And they're pretty much single-sided, so just has little quotes. So if you want to use alcohol markers, you'd be fine. And the last one that I picked up from the newsstand was this one, which is Peaceful Patterns. And this one's thicker. And this is a lot of Zentangly again. This one might be a good one to art journal in, because none of the images are like, to me they seem very generic. So there's that one. Okay, moving on to my spiral books. Let me just move these books off my desk real fast. Last thing we want is a giant pile of books to fall down. And I'm going to turn the blinds the opposite direction so we don't get this glare. Okay, that's better. So this is my spiral bound coloring book collection. This is Flowers and Gems by Grazia Salvo. And you can get this one on Amazon. It's perforated and grayscale. Very nice cardstock like coloring book. And I have just been coloring these in order. So I've done that one. And I have done that one. And I haven't done backgrounds. I probably won't. I'll probably just color the girls in this book for practicing just coloring people. Okay, this next little one is not a spiral bound book normally. I had spiral bound it at my copy store, which is no longer in business, but that is what it is. You can also spiral bind these at Staples and at the UPS store. So this is called Secret Garden, and you can get this on AliExpress. I had a friend from China send this to me as a gift. And this book, it has colored spots in it. Apologize. It's double-sided. The paper is pretty good in this. I have colored this one, so that was 5/10/2019. And then this is one of the first ones I have ever colored, and I was pretty proud of it, so that one. And I think that's all I've colored in this. I'm just double checking. But yeah, I just colored the two. Next one I have here, I decided I wanted to try spiral binding Lacey Sunshine's book. And this one is Lacey Sunshine's Oz coloring book. So inspiration by Wizard of Oz, obviously. And this is Heather Valentin. I like spiral binding books, so you can just open it like this and color. But it is a lot of work too, spiral bind books. I did this one, and I've done this one. So I did those two. Next book is Sherry Baldy's Magical Creatures Enchanted Places coloring book. I have more Sherry Baldy books, but since this one I have had spiraled, it's in with the spiral stack. I colored this one. She's supposed to represent kind of like an avatar, but she's a fairy, so she's an avatar fairy. And I have a forever whip in here. Started that, and I never finished it. It's probably been in here since the start of my coloring journey. There's that one. I have this one, which is Whimsical Wonders, a grayscale coloring book for adults and all ages. Since it's spiral bound, I know I've had this in my collection since 2019. That's when I was spiral binding books. I really need to get one of those spiral binding machines so I can do it myself. There is one. Good. Another one. I don't know what I used, but it's kind of, I remember I did a video on this. Maybe I blended it with baby oil or something. I don't know. And that one. This was a color palette challenge again. That's why she doesn't have her normal skin tone color. It was like Valentine colors was the challenge. And that's it. Next book I spiral bound was the grayscale coloring book Victorian Romance by Selena Fennick. And the reason why I spiral bound this is because this actually comes normally with 2 copies, and I sent all the other copies to a friend. I spiral bound hers as well so that she had a full book and I had a full book. It's kind of a fun idea so that you both get a full book if you don't really care for the duplicate images thing. So that's an idea for people that do that. So I've colored this one with the dragon. And I actually read the little thing when I was doing this. She actually has, Selena Fennick, she actually has some novels, and I put them on my reading list because I would really like to get one of her novels, because I've read these little things that she has in her coloring books, and they're really cool. Next one, this was a PDF that I purchased, and then I had printed at the copy store and spiral bound. And I actually like spiral bounding on the top, so it's more portrait style. This is Retro Flower Girls Grayscale Coloring Book by Renee Davenport. You can purchase this book on Amazon, though, on Amazon printed paper. And these are the kind of images you'll see in there. So I've done this one. I really like this vintage style. I really enjoy coloring these kind of things. I also like fabric that looks like this too, like if I'm going to make a quilt. And I've done Ballet Girl. My copy shop printed this out pretty dark. I don't think it's this dark if you order it from Amazon. And the last spiral in this collection is the Dr. Seuss coloring book. Normally it's not spiral bound, but I spiral bound it to make my coloring journey a little easier. And this one has all things Dr. Seuss. So it's the Dr. Seuss coloring book. And I did this one, Horton Hears a Who. So that says, a person's a person no matter how small. And there he is right there. So if you're a Dr. Seuss fan, you probably like this one. Next book I have here is a Disney friendship coloring book. Over 100 images, so these are double-sided. And these are very, very Zen-tangly. But like I said, the Zen-tangles don't bother me because you can just color right over them. Or you can actually select different small things to color in about them. And it's Disney, so of course I own it. I haven't colored in this one. They also have a villains one and a classic one, I believe. I have a Winnie the Pooh coloring book. This one's by A.A. Milne with decorations by E.H. Shepard. This one I got on our Amazon. So this is more storybook like, which is kind of a fun thing. Like the coloring, you wouldn't have to add too much color to a page like this to make it really pop out, because if you remember the classic storybooks, they don't have that much color in the first place. So yeah, so this is like the classic drawn Pooh Bear. So that's that one. And then I have another Pooh Bear book that was next to that. This is just the Christopher Robin coloring book. And this one just has just some regular Pooh Bear images in it. I think I just kept this by the other one because it was a Pooh Bear coloring book. And that is all for this collection. So I have my shelf that I keep by my bed, and then I have my large bookshelf that I still need to go through. But those are all the ones that were on my specialty bookshelves. And I look forward to showing you the rest. Sorry, there's no like rhyme or reason to my method. I just store where I can. So I'm in a very, very little house. I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I will see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.